another tasty episode of Foodies and Friends on Fox Local. Y'all know it is rodeo time. You know, I got to get those use out of these hats. I have these hats. I wear them for the whole first part of the year. Everybody's going crazy with rodeo. We're downtown. I can see all of the traffic, all of the signs. Yes. So much fun stuff going on. Hopefully y'all will be able to get a little bit of that rodeo energy. But we're downtown here at the Lyric Market. I know y'all recognize this Mimi Jones, the owner, operator, chef extraordinaire of Peppaz HTX. They're one of the dining concepts located inside. It's kind of like a food hall. Yeah, food hall market type of kind of thing. Now, how long have y'all been inside Lyric Market?
So we got here in June of last year. So we're about to get ready actually to come up on a year in the next few months.
Yep. So 1 year anniversary. And y'all just finished a very successful Eat Drink HTX. I was so happy to see when they joined this year because I saw some of these dishes. I saw how like the gooiness. I saw the height. Yes. Y'all are getting on these nachos. I'm like, oh, this works for rodeo. Yeah. This works for Eat Drink HTX. So tell me how it went. Y'all had an incredible few weeks and saw some new customers, hopefully.
Yeah, so it was a good experience just to be able to be a part of the organization itself. We was able to gain more clarity. We was able to gain more notoriety for people. We were able to get a lot of new faces. We were able to, give back to the community. So that's always the best thing, giving back to the city of people that, support us on a day-to-day basis.
Absolutely.
So it was good.
All right, let's talk all about the goodness and the smells because I'm smelling this food and it's getting busy here. So why don't you hand me one of these dishes and we'll talk about one of your dishes. Right. First up, this one here.
This is going to be our wings. So we have our bone-in wings that we double fry. And then we make sure that they're super crunchy on the outside so that when we toss them in the sauce, they still have that crunchy texture. Everybody like crunchy wings, but they're not dry. They're super moist in the inside.
So typical buffalo.
So this one is going to be hot honey, and it's one of our most popular flavors.
Okay. And is this? Do you have other flavors of wings, or is this just your one flavor?
So no, we have buffalo as well because you have the original people that just like their buffalo, their lemon pepper. We have a hot lemon pepper, the hot honey. We have a sweet chili mango. We also have a Peppaz OG, which is a sauce that we made. It has a sweetness to it, but then also have a little heat that gets you in the back.
Now, talk a little bit about how y'all started because I know the story a little bit. I know there might be a driveway involved. I don't know. There might be some kind of secret driveway, maybe a food truck. But for anyone who hasn't heard about Peppaz HTX, how did y'all get started and how'd you get here?
So we started out making plates for oil and gas companies. And so we would make plates at home and then we would take them for their lunch. And we would do that like 3 times out of the week. Whenever COVID happened, it was just a lot more procedures that you had to do in regards to making sure that we were staying safe, 6 feet distance.
Because you were operating out of your home.
Yes.
Before that.
Yes. And so then a lot of those things we had to stop doing. And so then we would do pop-ups in our driveway at home. We would move all the cars out of the driveway.
Some video of these pop-ups in
I'm
the
going to have to see if I can find some.
Yeah.
We used to move all the cars out of the driveway, and the driveway was pretty long. It was at least about 10 to 12 feet long. And so we would move all the cars out of the driveway. We would set up, we had a cart that we got built that had fryers on it, flat top on it. And we were
reinventing the driveway.
And we would pump out and these people would come and they would just park and then they would think,
line up.
They would think that we was having a block party as many people that would pull up in all the cars.
Did y'all ever get in trouble? Like did the police come? Or security and say,
we never got in trouble or anything. But one thing that I can say in regards to that, just the city showed up for us, showed us so much love.
So the opposite of trouble.
Yes.
All goodness.
Yes. And so then after we did that, Johnae got sick, which is my partner. She got sick. We were trying to figure out how we can make residual income additionally to what we were already doing because it just wasn't enough. And so we had decided that we wanted to do a food truck, but we didn't have the money for the food truck. So we were like, what can we do? So we tried to fill out for some grants. We didn't get accepted. And so then we just kept moving forward. And then we finally filled out another grant. We went to Miami came back and we said, if the Lord give us this grant, we know that this is for us.
So you tried to kind of set up shop a little bit in Miami and see if it would work.
So we actually went to Miami for a vacation. It was Janae's 30th birthday. We went to Miami for a vacation, and when we were in Miami, we had already did a grant, and so we were waiting to see the approval of that grant. And while we were in Miami for those days, we got approved for $25,000 for a grant, and we put that full thing towards a food truck.
So you bought the food truck.
So we bought the food truck. We ran the food truck for about 3 years. So that was 2022, 23, 24, and 25. And then in 2025 of June of last year, we opened our location at the Lyric Market.
Open in the Lyric Market. And, you know, that is for a lot of food truck owners, small business operators, that is kind of the ultimate goal, is to go kind of the transition from the food truck into the brick and mortar. But not always do you have to forget the other one, because y'all still have the food truck because it was so popular.
Yes, so we still do our food truck. We at least do it about 2 to 3 times out the week. We don't have a set location. We just travel. We do a lot of corporate parties. We do a lot of things at like the NRG, some of the sports events we do in Houston. FIFA is coming up. We'll be there for the entire week of FIFA. We also do parties, small things as well. So if you need an event catered, we can bring out the food truck.
No, I love that, because you're really staying true to how you started. You started more mobile. You started, people can find you. I think you said people sometimes would follow you around.
They would follow us on Instagram. Instagram is one of our platforms that we use the most. We use Facebook as well, but they would literally follow us on Instagram. And every time we posted our menu, we would see these same faces of customers that would come.
They were there,
and they showed up for us, and it's a blessing, you know, to even be here where we are. And then we get some of those old customers, and then they always tell us our story. To have customers that know your story and can tell you your story is amazing feeling.
Like they'll say, "Oh, I remember I saw y'all the first time when you were down at this place, and then I came over here and I saw y'all." And they're probably so proud of you too, because they see the growth. And they see how y'all have gone from food truck. Speaking of being proud of you, your mom. Oh, let me tell you about her mom. She was so sweet. You know, she screen recorded on her phone. We were on Fox 26 in the morning. You can probably find that segment online. I think it was Saturday morning or Friday morning. She screen recorded the segment, and I never get to see the segments, and she texted it to me. I'm like, oh, this is such a mom thing to do right now. This is amazing. And she's so proud of you. I could just see through the text, through the words, just how incredibly proud she is. How has your mom helped you through all of this new business, the growth? And I'm grabbing some cookies because I see them over here.
So my mom is an entrepreneur herself, so she knows and understands the concept of being an entrepreneur. I think just her loving spirit as a mom has truly helped. And just the way that we grew up and the things that she instilled in us allowed this opportunity to come into, effect. So she's played a big part in, me, my growth, and the business itself. And then I have to mention my mother-in-law, Shalonda, from my partner, Johnae, her mom.
Shout out to Shalonda. I haven't met you yet, but I hope I will.
She literally used to sit in the driveway with us because it was her home that we used to do the driveway action at. And she would sit out there in the driveway. Sometimes we would be nervous and timid to make videos in regards to us being out there. And she's going to get on that camera and she's going to tell the people where we are, what we're doing, and all of those things. And
she wasn't nervous.
Never. And still to this day now, she still works with us, and she still come and volunteer with us. She still help us with caterings, and any part that she can be a part of, she does that. And my mom as well, anytime that she's available to come and do caterings with us, to come and work here with us, she does. And so just to have two great parents of both of the partners that really step up and help is amazing.
I see a very tall sandwich over there.
Yes.
We can leave it right there and talk about it. Yeah.
So this is going to be our new item that we just added to the menu. It is called our early bird. We have different ways of making it, but this one in particular, because chicken is something that we specialize in, it's going to have chicken, egg, cheese, and bacon. We make the bun a French toast bun, and powdered sugar is on top.
Ooh, Ooh.
with some maple syrup.
That is powdered sugar.
It is powdered sugar.
And maple syrup.
Mm-hmm.
That is, oh my goodness, that is a bun and a half. I would love to taste that.
Do you
Is that?
want it?
I would love to. Yes. Can I have a bite?
You sure can.
I'll take a little baby bite. You know, you see a sandwich.
It's gonna be
like
a little
this.
bit messy, but you know.
We're gonna see if I can do this one-handed. So I just want to show y'all. Oh my goodness, the height of this sandwich. So I'm gonna put this right here. And we're going to try to take a little bite. Now, where do you get the inspiration for these? Because I've seen some of your dishes. Some of them are traditional, but some of them are a little unique. We've got something fried over there, y'all, and you were not thinking what it is. I promise you, you do not know what is underneath that batter right there. But where are you getting some of your inspiration? Because I see some creativity here that's really impressive.
So we've always known that we wanted to be outside the box, right? What's another veggie that you can fry that people don't normally get fried?
I don't know, Mimi. Can you tell me?
I can. It's the fried broccoli that we have on our menu. So
oh, that's fantastic.
It is fried in batter, the same batter that we would fry chicken in, right? We do it the same batter, and we fry it in the oil until it's crunchy and crispy. And people look at these and they always think that it's chicken until they find out that it's fried broccoli.
Okay. This is the first time I've actually had it. I have seen this on multiple episodes. This is the first time I am having it, and this is a problem for me. This is a serious problem for me because it is the perfect amount of fried. It is the perfect amount of seasoning. The broccoli is the perfect texture. That's what I was wondering how y'all were going to get the broccoli because it can't be too firm. It has to be
too soft. You don't want it too soft either.
Exactly. But y'all, and you know,
so good.
When I saw them eating it without the sauce, I'm like, wait, no.
That needs a little sauce.
It doesn't, though.
But when you tried it,
it was so good. This is such a great way to get my son to eat the broccoli, too. Because it
still tastes like broccoli. It still gives you the broccoli taste of it. It
Can
doesn't
I have
take
another
that.
piece, please?
You sure can. It doesn't take it away or anything. It's fresh. We don't do frozen. They're fresh broccoli florets that we batter and
Where
fry.
did y'all come up with the idea to? Because I've never seen a fried broccoli anywhere in the city. Where did y'all come up with that?
So we knew that we wanted to add something to the menu that was going to be different, but we also wanted to be able to touch the vegetarian as well and have a protein for them that doesn't make them feel like they can't eat here. And so we was like, no, we don't want to do fried cauliflower. So we tried fried broccoli because we've had fried Brussels sprouts as well. And those are really good. But we was like, what other vegetable can we do that would give us the same concept of that fried cauliflower?
Yeah.
And so we went with broccoli. We tried it. We loved it. And we never turned back away from it.
All right, let's take a look at the foodie cam. We've got another, push that salad up right there. Move that a little. Yeah, let's talk about that baby right there.
So this is our grilled chicken bowl. I wish I had a fork to be able to really show you at the bottom. So at the bottom, it's going to be some jasmine rice, some black beans. We have some shredded cheese, lettuce, mango pico, and then a sour cream. And then our homemade tortilla strips on top. And so it gives you the healthy, because when you look at it, it looks healthy because it looks like a salad, right?
Yeah.
But then you have that protein at the bottom with that rice.
I knew you were doing that. I saw her. Y'all saw her in the back there. She's videoing. She heard we need a fork. She said, "Yes, ma'am. I have your fork. This is what." Oh, and see, it is. It's smart that she wanted us to look underneath because there is. I don't want to.
You don't want to mess it up.
But there is. There's a lot of goodness underneath here.
The rice, beans, and the chicken.
Yeah, I would not have known that this is under here. But here's a nice bite of what. That's so smart. You know why? Also because you don't make the lettuce soggy.
You still want the texture of it. It gives it a crunchy element because the rice, the beans, and the chicken is already soft.
Right. And then the lettuce on the top is almost like crunchy topping. Look at she's come on over here because I know this is your creation.
Come on, Johnae.
She's saying, no, Johnae, come on. This is Johnae. Welcome to the show. She is one of the other owners here, Peppaz HTX, and you have a lot to do with the creation of these dishes. Come on and say hello. I'm gonna take a bite of this. All right, tell me something fun as a result of working together, because you're family too, right? So what's a fun family story working together, or maybe not so fun?
Working with family is very fun.
You just sound very convincing.
It's very fun. I think working with Mimi is like working with my best friend. So you can never really get tired of your best friend. So okay.
Yep.
You can never really get tired of your best friend. I think she's like my yin to my yang.
Yeah.
So we kind of flow together. Ideas create when we get in the kitchen, ideas create together. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Now y'all are partners in business, but also partners in life, right? Did y'all come from hospitality or culinary before you got together as a couple? Did you know you both were creative in this way, or did you kind of, like you said, kind of work with each other in discovering your talents?
So for me, I've always kind of been like the entrepreneur when I was in school. Sold candy, all kind of pretty much stuff. So I've always been had that like entrepreneurship. And then after I kind of got sick in 2018, then I kind of figured out that maybe that's my go-to, that I can create my own will. I can kind of get up at my own leisure type of thing.
Yeah.
For her, she always had that hospitality.
My grandma, when I was younger, my grandma taught us how to cook. She taught us how to cook. Well, I'm going to say me. She taught me how to cook because I was always in the kitchen with her. And whenever me and Johnae started dating, she thought that I didn't know how to cook. And so whenever we started dating, I would just tell her like small things like, yeah, we don't buy frozen chicken tenders at my home. Like we make chicken tenders with flour, buttermilk, like
the way they're supposed to be made.
Exactly.
Right?
And so as I started cooking for her, she was able to see the culinary part and the passion that I had for cooking. And then she started the whole entrepreneur.
Started turning.
And that's how we got the name of it being Peppaz, because she used to call the wings that we used to make pepper babies.
Right, because she would make lemon pepper wings. Like, I'm not gonna lie, she's a beast in the kitchen. So when she gets in the kitchen, literally, like, if you have flour, she's baking bread. Like she's a beast with it. So it just like a light bulb clicked on and was like, hey, I think we could do this.
You saw that you had all of the right ingredients between the two of you, plus both your moms.
Right.
Like bonus ingredients.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go back on over to the foodie cam to take a look at some of the other dishes. Let's push this right up right here. We can move it right up here. Yeah, let's talk about this bad boy right here.
So that's going to be our jerk nachos. We have that layered with crispy tortilla chips, the queso, the jerk chicken, mango pico, lime crema, and then we have fried jalapenos on top.
Fried jalapenos.
Fried jalapenos.
So you're not spicing people out.
No.
Yeah.
So the fried jalapenos, they have a little kick to them when you eat them by themselves, but when they're on, like when they're battered and on the nachos, it just gives it a good element of the tang from like the vinegar of the jalapeno, but then also the crunchiness of it as well, the texture. We've realized that people are texture people, so they have to have some soft and then some type of crunch, and it works.
Yeah.
It works.
I love that. So you discovered texture, crunch, you've discovered broccoli as being a good, can you think of another kind of discovery that y'all have come to as business owners? You already discovered that people like to still follow you in the food truck. Do you see people coming from the food truck and then also coming here and then also going back out to the food truck?
Yes, so depending on like our locations and where we are, we see that often. We'll see people come, and then like just recently we've saw so many faces after we had the segment on the news that was calling the phone. They were calling the phone. They were like, "We seen you on the news. Like we have to come today."
High five. Let's go, baby. I love that.
So, just things like that, it just puts a smile on our face. And then, some customers that has already come and that's already like loyal customers, they're like, man, we see you all on the news. Can I get your autograph?
Yeah. You gotta always say, I'll autograph it, but I'll autograph a piece of broccoli.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. No, and it's so special too because people get to find maybe a new dish that they hadn't tried, like that fried broccoli dish. Again, that is the only fried broccoli dish that I've ever seen here in Houston. It's wild how good it is.
It is good.
And that nobody has thought of it before. But I love how Houstonians can discover these incredible dishes and your incredible talent and be able to come out and try your food and support. Do y'all have any special events coming up, or where can everybody find you in the coming weeks? Because we know it's busy for rodeo, but y'all are kind of close to the theater. Y'all are close to a bunch of things here. So anything fun coming up or anything you'd like to remind diners of?
Not as of now. Well, on Monday, actually, March the 9th, ExxonMobil is hosting a open house in the theater district here.
It's free.
And it is free. And so a lot of the theater district
we'll be having shows, activities for you to do, and it's going to be the whole theater district. So the Worthing, Alley,
the Jones,
the Jones,
because that's right where we are here in Lyric Market, right here at M and Smith.
Right.
Right. And so kind of central to the theater.
Right.
Yep.
And so they'll be having free shows going on. People will be walking up and down the street ready to eat. We'll have a table outside. They also will have a market here of some small vendors that'll be selling some of their items as well.
So come out and get some free samples from us.
Yeah.
You can have some of the best chicken nuggets. And
chicken nugget.
I mean, pork chicken.
Yes.
In Houston. And we would love to come give you some free samples. Come by and see our lovely faces.
Right? We'll be here.
That's Monday, March 9th. In case you're watching this on the weekend, so Monday, March 9th is the whole day.
It's going to be from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay. 11 to 4. And then parking is there is a parking garage here. So Lyric Market does have its own parking garage, which is really convenient and nice to say because sometimes the garage isn't the closest, but it is truly right here.
Yes. So if you come in and you park in the Lyric garage, you'll take the elevator down to floor M and it'll bring you directly to the market. If you purchase anything out of the market, you get 1 hour free parking so that you don't have to pay for parking, if you're purchasing anything from the local vendors down here.
Yeah, good to know. Good to know. Now, what are your operating hours here inside the Lyric Market?
Okay, so on Sunday to Thursday, we're open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay, so kind of open pretty late. And then I wanted to make sure diners knew what they can get. So if you're coming here, salads, wings, chicken bowls, what kinds of drinks? Let's go on over to the foodie cam and talk a little bit about those drinks because I see some colorful. Yes. Tell us what we're looking at.
Go ahead, Johnae.
So we do freshly squeezed lemonade. Squeeze them with our bare hands. No, I'm just joking. But we do freshly squeezed lemonade, and over there we have the regular OG lemonade, and then the one behind it is the strawberry lemonade.
Love that. And I have actually tasted that, and that's what I'm going for right now. Well, it has been so nice to meet y'all. I feel like we've just been hanging out. We're like new best friends. We've done so much TV together. Everybody who has met them love them and the food, and so I'm just so honored to get a chance to meet y'all and to help show your food to all of the Houstonians. All right, y'all, remember to stay tuned. Y'all stay right there. Fox Local has all of your foodie coverage and all of your rodeo coverage. Fox 26 is also out there all month long, seeing all those concerts. There is an incredible amount of new food dishes So make sure you'll stay tuned to Fox Local all month long, and we will continue to bring you all of the local foodie goodness. Nice to meet y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank
We
you,
will see you
Katie.
guys on another episode of Foodies and Friends. I'm going for these cookies.
They're
We did
good.
not talk about these.
Those are homemade, fresh baked cookies.
That's good.
So good.